difference in PBs, so you know we can expect. All right, it started. So Bandow stream is a little ahead. They will have to pause it to make it even. Oh, Nordic is in 8th place. Okay, that's he forgot to put himself in 1st place before. All right, we'll see what happens though. Nordic has not been been able to play too much lately, so he might be a little rusty. But he did get a 24 in a D-Rust run he did before the stream, so yeah. Okay, very solid Ancient Lake from Bandow. But as you can see, it's like, okay, they're pausing. No, wait. Yeah, there's a big difference in the time starts, so it looks like Bandow is really far ahead, but he's not that far ahead. He's maybe like 3 seconds ahead or so. Racing games are the best games to race, yeah, for sure. So Bandow doing canyonless, the trick we call it. It was really fast first lap. And Nork having a little bit more troubles hitting the wall there, but it's a really difficult trick to do. A lot of things have to go right for you not to like hit the walls or fly really far to the side like that. Like you saw on Bandow flying. Like if you go too far to the left, it's really bumpy. So if you go by like with really high speed and you're on the bumpy side, you're most likely gonna get thrown into the wall. I'm not sure if any of the staff members are available here, but I think we would need to pause Bandow's stream for a little bit. Okay, there you go. Just as this hit. No, okay, so maybe his lag on stream. Okay. A little rough in Fossil Canyon from Nordic. Wait. Okay, really laggy on Bandow's part, so we'll see if that fixes it itself soon. Okay, down to Jungle Falls, really fast level, where you basically are you're basically in boost speed all the time. You try to maintain it, and you can see like Nordic is kind of doing a jump down towards the dinosaur mouth, just because that one, and it's because while you're in the air, you don't really lose much speed while in the car, so you try to be airborne as much as you can, even while in the car. Right. So Bandow is going, both of them going for a slightly faster. Oh, Bandow missing that bounce. Okay. This is a good chance for. Oh god. Okay. Harsh for Bandow. He went for the faster, like the fastest setup, but he messed it up. So he's going to lose a bunch of time to Nordic here. Nordic got the fast strat. And the difference is like generally when you see people go out of bounds here, they go out of bounds in the first area because you can just grab a balloon and go down. But if you go for the second area, you can actually grab like 4 bananas before. Oh, Bandow clipping back and bounce. Oh, this is really like for a top player like Bandow. This is extremely rare to see. He's losing like almost 15 seconds there, like 10 to 15. That's very harsh. Nordic has a really steady lead here. And as you can see, Bandow's stream, even though it's laggy, his stream is like 4 or 5 seconds ahead as well. So you can add another 4 seconds on Nordic's lead. So now he's around like 16 seconds ahead, which is a pretty big deal here. But there are places where you can lose a lot of time, so you can't really count anyone out. Whale Bay, first hover level of the category, the first out of 3. Nordic going for the bounce there. That's funny. You generally want to go on the side of that sandbank because if you go too fast, you can actually jump over the zipper. Now we have sound. There's Bandow sound. Okay. What time is it here? Is it 51? 50? It's 51. Okay, that's fine. And the thing is, Nordic is a little rusty in the build and races department because Bandow is, you know, basically purely a speedrunner of the game, but NordicBoa is actually the time trial champion of the game. So his main focus is generally on time trialing. So he's he's not like as used to using the balloons. He has done a lot of red balloon races stuff as well, but he's yeah, he's mainly a time trialer. He gets a 57. Okay, it's a little rough with this level, but I feel like both of them feel a little nervous about it, maybe. I'm not sure. Because like yeah, 58. That's like a little worse than they usually get, I would say. But yeah, I mean it's single elimination as well. So it's a best out of 3, but single elimination. So, yeah. The loser of this best out of 3 is going to get knocked out of the tournament. And both of them are, you know, contenders for winning the tournament. So obviously, yeah, very nervous. And obviously none of them want to lose in the quarterfinal. Would be a little bitter. Ooh, great second lap from Nordic and Crescent Tower. Mid-20. It's really, really good. I guess a 106. Solid. Finish! 106. Okay, both of them are getting 106s. Solid times. Treasure Cave's really hard level. Let's see if we can get. Okay, nice. You got the connection. So this level is very short, but like this balloon is really hard to know what to do with because it's like there aren't really any spaces you can use it where it's consistently good. You can just like, you know, you can just see Nordic use it here in this area, and okay, he got the connection. That's good. It's great, but generally it's really difficult to do that kind of stuff, and you can easily lose a lot of time because there's like not a single consistent strat for this level. Ooh, Bandow missing. So 43. So yeah, Nordic still in a pretty solid lead, I would say. And reminder still that Bandow's timer's a little bit ahead. It's not synced up. Okay, Nordic going for some bananas there. You generally don't do that, but the bananas are actually really affecting the speed in this level. It's very noticeable. If you have 1 banana over 3 or 5, you notice a very, very huge difference because the bananas increase your speed and your acceleration. Ooh, Nordic missing that. That's okay. Now, thank you for the sync. Alright, so Nordic missing that, like a bunch of zippers here, which is really punishing in playing. So you can actually see Bandow catching up a fair amount here. 25, yeah, that's rough. Ooh, and hitting the tree. Yeah, as you can see, Nordic has a really rough peak here. while Nordic is, no, what is it called, Bandow, is having a really good one. Yeah, 115, that's very rough. And you can see Bandow is getting a 103. TT is the fastest character, yeah. And he's overall the best. Like, he has the best top speed, the best acceleration, and he also, like, he has mid-tier handling, but mid-tier handling is really good in this game. So, like, the characters with mid-tier handling are generally the best characters, like, you know, Bumper or Conker or Banjo. Banjo is slightly worse handling though, but he's still good. Time Wizard, exactly. Yeah, he's like, he's just like an overpowered character basically. I mean, you can go really fast with many of the other characters as well, but you know, in comparison, TT's just, you know, yeah, a lot better. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Nordic is, as I said earlier, he's like the time trial champion. So his, like, all of his time spent in this. Well, I shouldn't say all of it, but most of his time playing this game, he has been practicing to go really fast, but not consistently. So his, like, biggest problem is consistency. But his speed is great. Look at this 120. That's good. 120 Walrus Cove is very good. And Bandow is struggling a lot harder here. Is he 129 here? Yeah, 129. So it's pretty interesting that these two are racing each other because they're both, like, as I said a little bit earlier, both of them are known for being like really risky players, going all for speed and very little for consistency. Maybe he likes being a stopwatch. Who knows? So Nordic getting a 44. Okay. Okay, bad I'm missing that. That's not too bad though. Sometimes you can bonk into the wall when you miss that, and he didn't, so yeah. He gets a 41. Yeah, actually a 40. Sub 41. That's a good time. Ooh, Nordic going for the boost into the zipper strat, and it's a little risky to do that because when you go really fast, sometimes the zipper doesn't register. So that's what happens there. He bonked with some other characters as well, but yeah, it's a little rough first lap, but not too bad. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Exactly. Photo. Oof. So the thing is, there's, like, when you go at this speed, there are generally spike balls in this forest part, and that one was terrible to Nordic because he was going towards the zipper and he got hit by, oh, that was a great jump from Nordic. But he got hit by a spike ball and it cost me a lot of time because he didn't only lose all his speed and you know, some bananas, he also missed the zipper. So yeah, this Frost Village is super rough for Nordic. 117 and 108 from Bandow. This is very good. Look at how close this is now. How many seconds are there? Or like 2 seconds apart or so? Around about 2 seconds. Time for Boulder Canyon. A level both of these players are really good at. Bandow has the IL record for it, and NordicBoa has a top time there too. But he missed the balloon there. That's rough because you use it here to see it boost really far into the tunnel. And now actually they're basically tied. Look at this. Yeah, it's a great game, John. But this game is not allowed to play on emulator for speedruns, actually, because it's a lot faster on MU. It was allowed back in the day, for example, when I started playing this game, but we had to ban it because it was way too overpowered. So Bandow is ahead by like half a second or so. Now, ooh, that jump was amazing from Nordic. Yeah, this is a great SKB game. The skill cap for this game is crazy high. So yeah, Nordic... Oh, Nordic ahead by like 0.2 seconds or something. This is really, really close. Ooh, a bonk from Bandow there. Can they? Okay, so Bandow is short on two bananas. Nordic short on one. But yeah, still not too bad. Like one banana or something is not too bad. So you see Bandow going for the shield and Nordic doesn't, because in this tunnel here, there are usually spike balls and stuff. So grabbing the shield there is a good choice, just because, you know, so you don't get hit. But generally they are in kind of similar spots, so if you don't go for the shield, you can kind of, you know, predict where they are going to be. So you just avoid going to that part where the spike ball is going to be. Ooh, Nordic clipping to the ground there. That's a really unfortunate. Now Bandow is ahead. What about Mipe? Alright, now this can be the decider of the entire race. Because in this track, there's an out of bounds glitch, and this out of bounds is the most difficult one in the category. And if you miss it, you lose like 15-20 seconds or so. And that's a big deal, as you can see. So Bandow, he gets it, and oh, both of them getting it in a really, well, non-convincing manner, but doesn't matter. Both of them got it. That's the most important part. But now they have to keep being out of bounds, because as you can see, the map is like keeps deloading all the time. So you need to actually know like really well where you are on the map. And you can see Bandow is actually pulling ahead a little bit. It's mainly because he has 8 bananas and Nordic has 5. So, oh wow, whoa! Bandow clipping back in bounds there. But fortunately, he's pretty close to this tunnel, because that's the trigger you'd have to go to. But that's still a significant loss. So I guess a 106 is fine. But that's a really rough time loss for Bandow, for sure. But yeah, it wasn't the worst place to get back in bounds in, but still rough. As you can see, he lost 17 seconds to Nordic there because of that mistake. And he was actually ahead of the Nordic there. So, pretty rough. Haunted Woods, a very, like I've said, all the tracks are difficult basically, but this is just like really similar to Treasure Caves in my opinion. It's a level where you kind of can't be that consistent, and it's a very short track, so it's a little annoying to lose a lot of time on the short tracks, but that's the nature of this level. Very fast, 2 really tough parts here at the end. Ouch. Yeah, 50, that's rough. Nordic has the time trial world record for Haunted Woods, so. And it's a 42. That says a little bit about the consistency this level has. Okay, both of them bonked at the same space, and both of them got 50s. Alright, so time for Space Dust Alley. Probably the most difficult track in the game, in my opinion. In my opinion, it is. But Bandow is a really good player at this track. So, oh, he accidentally hit the wrong trophy. Oh, loop. Okay. So Bandow is in my opinion, the second best player in this level. Only beaten by a Canadian called Bandow. He has a very, very solid, very fast space dust, so Nordic has to watch out a little bit. I think if he can keep distance in this level, Nordic has a very good chance of winning this first match. But yeah, Bandow is super fast in this level. 28 is not the best first lap, but it's still decent. Because Nordic has had a slightly rougher space dust. Because the main oh that bonk is really harsh. That's what I'm talking about. This level is really, really punishing. You can't really back anything up. So, and you know, in plane when you bonk, you lose all your speed. 31, yeah, that's like an 8-second time loss on the second lap there. So it's 122. That's still, you know, when we do attempts of this, we try to get times that are like 10 seconds faster than that. But as you can see, Bandow is struggling. Oh, yeah. I think he has lost some motivation for this run. He's gonna get like a 132 or something like that, which is really rough. Because his PB is a 110. So, yeah, very, very tough level. And when you see people do runs of this, they generally start with future farmland, so you get rid of Space Dust Alley as soon as you can. I mean, you're right, Petty, but yeah. There's another out of bounds glitch, and you lose a lot of time if you miss it, like 25 seconds or so, maybe 25. But it's like at this level, they should get it like 98 times out of 100. That's how consistent they should be at this level. But I mean, it can't happen. Yeah, there's like a small out of bounds glitch you can do in this level, Darkmoon Caverns. If you can skip loops, and the one that's viable for RTA is you can skip the second loop by crashing into the side, a specific part. But it's not smart to go for, because it saves like 1 second. If you fail it, you lose 1 second, and if you get that bounce but you don't actually clip, like if you go like far enough to go to the goal line, you actually lose the entire lap and to restart the lap. So in a race, you're not really supposed to go for it. You basically don't even go for the PB attempts. So only if you're behind. But yeah, Nordic still has a really solid lead here. Yeah, he was able to resist. Nordic generally wants to go for really YOLO stuff, but I think he knows that this is more important. And I have been talking to him, and he has been saying that he really wants to do well in this tournament. So I think he's taking care of his run a lot more than he usually does.
Lap 2.
Mid 23 is good. So Nordic is basically 1 lap ahead. Alright. Nordic getting with 115. It's acceptable. I think Bandow's is slightly faster, but the AI is giving him some trouble. Okay, so Nordic is going to do the out of bounds here. Something I said earlier that shouldn't be a problem generally, but you never know. So he's going to grab the shield so he doesn't get shot by the lasers. And let's see here. This out of bounds, and he gets it. Okay, he got the clip. So there's a missing texture over that thing on the side. He's probably on YOLO. No, okay, he's going for the shield. Bandow generally likes to not go for the shield there. But yeah, that's the more common strat that he was using. The strat that I made back in the day. You just like bonk straight into the wall and boost. Nordic 25, I think that was 25-13. Nordic taking the first race home. Nice. But as we know, this is a best out of 3, so we don't know what's going on. But what we do know is that Nordic won the first one.
No, no, no.
This is not the wrong way. Yeah. Good. Okay. 25-second difference. Grass Nordic on game 1. Really interesting race, actually. Bandow, I would say that Bandow lost mainly because of the out of bounces, because he had some trouble with all of them. Like first Hot Top Volcano, when he went for the fast strat and missed it, and he lost like 15 seconds or so. Then in Windmill Plains, he clipped back in bounds on the 3rd lap, and he lost like 18 seconds or so. And then in Spaceport Alpha, it was this minor thing, but he missed the last trigger, and he lost like 4 seconds or so there. So he got a yeah. And Nordic didn't have any problems at all with out of bounds glitches. So yeah, that was a big decider in this match. So who's ready for game 2? Who do you think is going to win game 2? The characters are stopwatches, yeah. He's called TT, TikTok. So they're just gonna ready up for the next one. So what do you guys think? Bandow or Nordic in the next one? What's up, Aaron? And Bandow is doing some interesting stuff here. So he's killing himself here in Icicle Pyramid. And the reason he's doing that is because he's actually going to do, like he's going to go to Dino, yeah. So what that does is that he's going to have a 4th place in this race now. And what that does is like he can just go straight ahead to grab the bananas. So it's a slightly faster IL strat. So I think like in a run it doesn't really matter too much to be in 1st or in 4th. But Nordic actually, and when this race started, he was in 8th. He forgot to put himself into the 1st position, so he definitely lost a bit of time in the Ancient Lake because of that. But now Bandow is actually putting himself in 4th. Hopefully Bandow to even out, yeah. So let's see. No, I'm not sure what's happening with Nordic right now. Maybe I should join the race channel and see what they're saying. Alright, get ready. Yeah, they've started. Okay, we're using NordicBoa right now? Yeah. Double, no, wait. No, we're using Bandow2000. That's cool. Yeah, good luck to the runners for second round. Oof. Bandow slightly ahead. Very, very close. Oh, Bandow's stream is acting up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Very, very close on that ancient lake. It was basically the same ones. See, the sound disappeared now, but I'm not sure if that's the case for you guys. Both of them getting a decent canulus. But okay, Nordic missed the big balloon. That's a shame. Ooh, Bandow going too far to the left, smashing into the side of the wall. So Nordic can catch up a little bit. Ooh, that oil slick was crazy. Wow, okay. 18-second lapse is really good from Nordic. Oh no! Bandow! He gets stuck in a bubble. He gets smashed in his face. That was super unlucky. That's actually something that can happen. Oh god, Nordic smashing into the wall there. A lot of mishaps there. Okay, it was still a 104. But yeah, Bandow was. Ooh, this is really harsh. What is this? 112? Yeah, that's very uncommon for such a top player. But I mean, there were some weird things going on right there. It's really uncommon to get hit by bubble in that part, but it can happen if you like linger behind the characters while they're going through the green balloon. So you really want to avoid that. You want to go and like if you see a character go for that green balloon, do not be behind it. That's a good tip. Also, you see Nordic, he actually grabbed that shield and used it, and he bonked into another character with the shield. And so if he didn't have the shield right there, he would have span out because that's what the shield does to you. So yeah, Nordic is getting a pretty decent lead, but I mean, you've seen a lot of stuff can happen, and the lead is not that big. It's like 9 seconds. Yeah, 9 seconds. It's not too bad. See if Nordic can get that out of bounds. Yes, he does. Good. And okay, so you see Bandow. He actually went for the slightly slower strat, but a lot more safe, strat. Oh, he missed the trigger, so he has to turn back. That's unfortunate as well. But yeah, you saw him messing up the faster strat in the last race, so he wanted to be a little safer. Unfortunately, he has some trouble with the trigger point anyways, but that's a way less important mistake. So let's see, Nordic's gonna get this at 49-ish, 50 maybe? Yeah, 49. That's solid. And Bandow is gonna... Oh, he didn't have enough speed to barrel roll there. So 57, oof. Rough, hot up volcano. So you know, when you go around the track, you wanna hit like certain checkpoints so the game knows that you're going the right way and stuff. So that's what they're trying to do. And Bandow had some troubles hitting them. So he's like 17 seconds behind or so. Pretty big difference. But Nordic is actually struggling here in Whale Bay. Okay, got that balloon though. This is really difficult to grab that balloon. So we generally go for the balloon in the beginning there. Oh, Nordic missed it again. Yeah, pretty rough Whale Bay, to say the least. But he got the balloon at least. Oh wow, wait, what? Okay, I'm not really sure. I think he he used the magnet instead. That was a little weird, but okay. Bandow getting a 50. Yeah, a little better than Nordics. So he definitely caught up there. Still a 13-second difference or so. But yeah, there are a lot of, as you guys saw in the last race, there are so many things that can happen over the course of the run. Right, Bandow doing the double balloon. He's canceling the boost a little bit so he can grab the zipper. Okay, good. Bandow getting some solid boosts here. Nice. His Pirate Lagoon here is really, he's really solid. Ooh, commentator's curse, right? Like, it feels like those poles have magnets in them or something like that. It's crazy. Like, they are not that big, but you hit them way too often. Both of them getting 56s though, so he didn't really lose any time to Nordic. In the last race, both of them got 106 Crescent Island. It's a very consistent track in my opinion. It's a track where, like, if you don't do everything YOLO and you just, you know, decently YOLO, you should get similar times very often. You should not lose way too much time here, especially not as a top player like these players are. Like, you saw Nordic hitting the end thing a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It's like a second or so. A sub 21 lap, it's great. As you can see, I haven't talked about that before until now. I'm not sure why, but you should see, like, when you go towards the ship, you see that they are like leaning backwards and they're flying to the ship basically. So this game has a mechanic where like it works in every vehicle, which is interesting. I think most people know it for all vehicles except car. Is that if you're in the air, you can actually affect your height by holding back or up. So if you hold up, you will actually lean the lean the car backwards. And what that does, for example, when you enter a loop, well, you know, slope, I mean, if you enter a slope like they did before the ship, you can hold down, and what that does is that when the slope begins, you gain air. And as I mentioned earlier in Jungle Falls, while you're in the air, you can't really lose much speed in car, so you want to try to get airborne. So that's what they try to do. Yeah, Treasure Caves, rough. It's such a difficult track to do. Bandow is having a great second lap though, but he missed the zipper, unfortunately. He got pushed away a little bit, so he missed the balloon as a classic as well. So he gets a 42. Okay. So let's see. We know in the last race, Nordic had quite a big lead here as well, like kind of similar to this one. And then Nordic actually lost 12 or 13 seconds in this track to Bandow. So yeah, we'll see if Nordic can shape his Airfrost peak up. Yeah, he's keeps missing a little bit, but he's backing it up well. 23, yeah, it's like 2 seconds, but it's not too bad. You can lose so much time in this track because it's ridiculous. But the difference between this track and Space's Dust Alley is that this track has a lot of balloons and a lot of zippers. So if you do a mistake, oh god, except for, okay, he did a barrel, that's a good backup. So like this track has a lot of backups. You know, you can, if you miss something, you can back it up by grabbing a balloon or hitting another zipper, and you know, there are a lot of things you can do. He gets a 107. Alright, this is a little better, but I think he wants to have a slightly better time than that. Bandow is gonna get... he's gonna gain a little bit of time here. He gets a 104. Yeah, that's a 3-second time save. So he's gaining some time. In the last race, Nordic had a really good Walrus Cove. Let's see if he can keep that up. Ooh. That's really, like, it's really easy to do that. Get stuck on the wall. Yeah, flying is pretty difficult when you're not used to it. Like, it's a vehicle that's pretty. Oh, nice jump from Nordic. It's beautiful. Whoa! Oh my! Oh god, no! He fell down. That's a shame because that could have been so good. This might. I think there's an audio delay on Bandow, right? Yeah, there is. Okay, so Bandow gets a no. So Nordic gets a 126. But Bandow is going to get a better time here. 123 maybe. Oh wow! No! Oh, wow, that's super unfortunate.
Snowball battle. Lap 2.
Okay, thanks, Fiesel. Okay, so Nordic is a 42. This is like a really YOLO-ish track. It's also short, similar to like Treasure Caves and Haunted Woods. But I would say that this track is a lot easier. It's a lot easier to get consistent times in Snowball Valley. Frost Village. This is also a track where Bandow had a very great race in the last race, and Nordic struggled. So let's hope that Nordic plays better and that Bandow plays as well as he did last time. Nice jump from Nordic. Let's see, Bandow getting a mid-24. That's really good. He's also using the boost strat. And you see, like, oh, he got angled too much to the right. So you saw, like, he pushed, like, he held up so he could push himself down to the ground faster, trying to avoid hitting the wall, but he ended up hitting the wall anyways. But that's something you can do, like, oh, whoops, I'm going too far to the right, and then you just hold up so you can push yourself down to the ground. So yeah, Nordic gets a way better for Frost Village this time, 110. And Bandow should get about the same time. It's like a 111 probably. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Nordic having a pretty steady lead, but you know, anything can happen. But as we saw in the last race, they were synced up basically here in Boulder Canyon. But now it's a 12-second difference. And funny thing is, like, you see Nordic, he's going for the two bananas to the left in the castle, and you see Bandow, he didn't go for them. And I think it's a reflex from Bandow being a time trialer, because in time trials you want to grab those two, but in like generally you don't really need them, because you can get 10 bananas without them. I think it's his yeah, time trialing mind that's doing some tricks in his mind. Ouch. Nordic hitting a CPU and gets blasted into the wall. $116, alright. Bandow should get like a 117 or so here. Yeah, 117.
Greenwood Village.
Greenwood Village, like a track that is generally known to be very, very difficult for casual players. But I think for speedrunners, this track is not generally the hardest track or anything. I think it's still a technical track, but it's kind of straightforward in general. This is usually not where the top players lose a lot of time. I mean, it happens obviously, but it's not that common. $108. Wow, nice, nice Nordic. But yeah, now it's time for Windmill Plains again, and you know that track can play a lot of tricks on you. Bandow getting a 109, also good.
Windmill Plains.
Okay, Nordic is a little short on bananas, but as long as he gets the clip, it should be good. He does, okay. Now we just need to, you know, not clip back and bounce. It's hard to navigate here, as we saw in the last race. Like, okay, Bandow also getting the clip is great. Most difficult clip. Nordic is really far down. He should try to get higher up. Yeah, there you go. I mean, he can't hear me, but you know, he was barrel rolling upwards, so he knew what was going on. It was woof. Okay, some weird barrel rolls there. Because the reason he doesn't want to go too far down is because if you go really far down, you void out, and when you void out, you get relocated to the start of the lap. So he loses an entire lap and has to do it in bounds. So yeah, extremely rough. Yeah, Bandow having a good one. Gained like a second there. Oops. Nordic grinding the wall a bit, but he didn't bonk, so that's good. Okay, he bonked there instead. It's a better bonk to do though. This is really exciting. Oh, harsh bonk. I think Nordic's going to be happy to leave this with a 48 because that track is really this track is super difficult, very inconsistent. Okay, great jump from Nordic. It's like what you do there is like you do like a sharp turn. You know, you hold R and B at the same time, and you do a sharp turn. And when you do that sharp turn at that high velocity, you gain air. So you can kind of fly into the forest. Alright. Last time, Bandow bonked a lot in this level, and this is basically where he lost the race. Oof. Nordic did the exact same loop in the last race. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But he's lost a bunch of time very early on in this business alley. You see Bandow is catching up really fast here. Wow, Nordic is having real problems here. while Bandow is playing super well. Yeah, look at that. Ow! Nordic bonking, losing a lot of time, and Bandow is ahead. And a loop. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. This is why this level is the most difficult one. Because you can go super fast, but if things go wrong, they go very wrong. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be tight. So Bandow overtook the lead. And they differ by 4 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds. Here we go, guys. 3 levels to go. So Bandow having a great first lap, and Nordic having like a similar one. So solid first laps for sure. Yeah, low 32 from Bandow is very good. Yeah, Bandow's having a very solid Darkmoon so far. 52 loop entrance, 52. Okay, both of them having a 52 loop entrance. But yeah, Bandow was in the lead by. Oof, nice dodge from Nordic right there. Bandow was in the lead by 4 seconds entering this starting caverns. It looks like he's going to get a 134, which is very, very good. And Nordic's going to get a 135. Both solid.
Star City.
Ooh, the CPU slowed him down by half a second or so. Ooh, Nordic missing the zipper. Ouch. Painful bonk by Bandow, but not too bad. Probably kind of comparable to the missed zipper in the beginning of the Nordic's race. Using the shield, because there's usually like some spike ball or something down there. Yeah, see, he went straight through the spike ball, yeah. Told you. Okay, good. Bandow's stream's lagging quite a bit. 114. Oh, bonked by Nordic. Ouch. He gets a 117? Okay. So this is actually, now it's going to be tough. It's only one level left. So I would say that the only chance Nordic has is if Bandow actually misses the out of bounds, or if he does a major mistake while being out of bounds. Otherwise Bandow should have this. He's going for the shield, he's going to try to go for that out of bounds, and he gets it. Okay. So now he kind of needs to do a big mistake for Nordic to catch up. He gets out of bounds. I heard it the wrong way, so I'm not sure what that meant. Because yeah, it's a slideshow. final. I heard a final lap. Wait. Wait, what? Wait. Who won? Who won? Wow. I don't know who won. Like, it looked like Nordic, but Bandow's stream was lagging. Like, I saw Nordic getting it first, but like it was like lag. You know, it's like you see like Nordic's screen is like slide showing. So I like maybe he entered before. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is interesting. Both of them getting 2508s, but I do think that Nordic was ahead. I think that Nordic was ahead, but yeah, we kind of need to check that. Yeah, I mean but we can't call it a tie, but because it's a elimination match. Yeah. Thanks for the clip. I'm gonna listen to myself a little bit. Because the thing was, we were using the Bandow's audio, right? So we should hear his audio. Wait. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. Like, yeah, I'm not sure if he does. He should. Wait, Bandow. Can Bandow hear the stream? Wait. Yeah, but the thing is, this is the best out of 3. So, like, if we redo the race, we might have to do 2 more races in a row. I'm not sure if we have time for that. We're trying to solve it. Thing is, yeah, I know, Dark Dylan. I know exactly what you meant. You're tying SRL. Nordic won in SRL. But, we're discussing it on SRL right now. Bandow really wants to win, but Bandow wins by 0.07 on the split, but I can't really say like 0.07 is way too little to, you know. Like 0.07 is way too little. Because you know you can just you can split slightly early, so. It's like 2 frames. So you can't as I said the same thing, 0.07 is way too little. Like if this was different, but 0.1 or 0.9, it would be a difference, but 0.07, there's no way you can say that's a win. So probably I think we should just redo the race. Yeah, we should redo race 2. That's what I think. Because it's impossible to tell who won. That was way too close. I mean, yeah. What's up, Norwegian? Yeah, for sure. Sadly, witches. Yo, the problem, Seth, with this is that Bandow's SRL timer did not stop. So it did not stop. So in SRL it says 25:09 for Nordic, but at 25:21 or something like that for Bandow. So you can't use it either. So it's problems on everything. But it seems like Fiesel is giving us a go on redoing the race 2. The problem, Nox, is that Bandow's stream was lagging, so you can't watch, you can't see when he finishes. So exactly when he finishes, there's this lag, so you can't see, like, you know, the finish thing. So you can't see when he enters the goal, like when he enters, you can just go by sound. So you can't even do that. So wow, that's still that's still insane though. I've not seen that before, but okay. Wow. I'm not sure if Bandow was watching, but I think he was watching like just the final timers because he really wanted the win. So he saw that his was 0.07 faster, and he really wanted to grant that as a win to him. But I told him that like the human error is like you can't say that 0.07 is a clear win when you split yourself. So. Yeah, this is gonna be a redo. So Nordic will still have a 1-0. Like Nordic will still be in the lead 1-0, and we have to redo stream 2, the race 2. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready for another race 2 then. Yeah, Bandow had like destroyed Nordic in Space Sally because Nordic had a great lead before, but then he was behind after. Then the thing is, Bandow's stream was lagging a lot in Spaceport. It was impossible to tell what he did, but you heard like wrong way here and there. So he probably missed a checkpoint or two. I mean, the timer was still going, and you heard the audio, but you didn't see the picture, so that doesn't really work, Aaron. But what if they tie again? Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, they're reading up. So Who's winning? Well, I'm not sure if you just joined because this has been crazy. Like Nordic won the first match. And the second race was a tie. So, yeah, the second race was a tie, and it was impossible to tell because of some lag on the Bandow screen and way too close times in their timers, so we couldn't tell who won. So we called it a tie, and now we're gonna redo race 2. Alright, so we have started. As you can see, both of them are on really similar pace again. Nordic slightly ahead. You see Nordic actually slowed, like he was going a little faster than Bandow there. So he was actually too fast for the CPUs. So he had to hold the A button to slow down so the CPUs wouldn't steal his balloon. And both of them missing the same balloon as well. Alright. It's pretty cool. They just know how to keep the race even. Yeah, Trident, I'm not sure if you just joined, but we have some crazy stuff going on here. Alright. Basically tied entering lap 2. Ooh, Nordic missing the zipper, but fortunately he had a lot of speed, so he didn't drop down in the water. And now Nordic is slightly ahead because Bandow missed that balloon. It's really easily done. It's very hard to grab that balloon while doing the cannonless. Is there any RNG? I mean, there are a couple of RNG elements, I guess, in form of, you know, like dropped items, but they're usually in kind of similar spots. So, like, not really an RNG in that sense, but you know, there are like items that can be in slightly different places and stuff. So that's a little bit, but very little. If you watch 100% or any percent, though, you will see way more RNG involved. But yeah, I would kind of say that this category is RNG free. Bandow struggles at the end there, but they are going back and forth here. One is doing a mistake, so the other one overlaps, and then the other one then makes a mistake, so you know, going back and forth all the time. Ooh, Bandow. That's harsh. Getting thrown out in the water. Finish! 47, ouch. Very rough jungle falls for Bandow. Hopefully we can see Bandow getting a better out of bounds here though, because in both races he has lost a bunch of time in Hot Tub Volcano. See Nordic getting the out of bounds, yep. And Bandow getting out of bounds too. He's doing the safer strat. He got timbered. So generally when you enter the third lap there, you wanna grab the shield and grab on lap 2 so you can have a shield in that area, because it's really common that the CPUs are driving around there with the shield. And you know, you don't want to get hit by a shield because then you spin out. So, yeah. Is a 50. Well, around 7 seconds differ. It's not too much, but Bandow lost basically all the time in Jungle Falls. It was really harsh for him, but 7 seconds is nothing. You've seen a lot of stuff in this race before, so you guys know at this point. Ooh, he grabbed all 7 bananas with such a bad angle. It's great job by Nordic. Yep. Nordic performs when he needs to. Okay. Let's see. He's gonna grab the balloon again. There you go. In the last race he missed it and every lap. Oh no. Bandow got his blue balloon transferred for a rainbow balloon, but he got the balloon at the end, so that's good. It's just really difficult. Okay, it's 49. Nice. And Bandow should get like a 50, 51 maybe. 51, yeah. So Nordic gaining a little bit more time. This is yeah, this has been such a good race. And I'm just happy to watch it. Okay, great boost from Nordic. And Bandow has a great. Oh no, he gets his blue balloon cancelled by a red balloon, but he had a great first lap. And it was. This is a really, really good Pirate Lagoon from Bandow. Wow. Okay, 52 is really good for Nordic. So really, really good Pirate Lagoon. And Bandow's losing a little bit of time here on this last lap, but 54. Still, they're both playing a lot better than they did in the last run. So maybe we'll see some 24s here. Okay, so you can see leaning backwards to gain air before the ship. Yeah, Bando's a banana short, but that's not the biggest deal. And you know that they're not playing with music, as you might notice, because the music adds lag to the game. So we just turn it off to reduce the lag, and it saves like, I don't know, around 15 seconds maybe. And Crescent Island is one of the tracks where it saves the most time, in my opinion, when it comes to the balloon race. It actually doesn't matter too much in the time trial, but the zipper you use to, you know, fly down the ship, that one is really laggy on with music. 104. Wow. Okay. 104 Crescent Island from Nordic. That's very good. And Bandow gets a 108. Yeah, it's a okay. But he's definitely dropping behind now. But you've seen you've seen Nordic lose a lot of time in the plane levels to Bandow, so you need to watch out because there are a bunch of plane levels left. So yeah, you know, we have Everfrost Peak after this one, and Bandow has saved time in both the races before this one. Okay, Nordic gets a 41, solid. Gets a balloon, nice. Bandow. Oh no. What happened there is that, like, you saw that he was drifting the wrong way, and what happened is that, like, he was drifting while he was landing, and it's really bumpy in that area. So when he drifts, like, while he's landing, the bump is actually changing his direction with it, like, on his drift. So that's what happened there. Yeah, which is, I should try to learn this game. I'm actually gonna race later today. In 5 hours, I'm gonna do a race versus Tofu. So I hope you guys want to see that. Okay, Nordic actually being safe. He missed that zipper there, but he actually held a preemptively because he missed that in the last race as well. So I guess he was being careful, and he actually. It was actually good that he was careful there, because he would have lost a bunch of time otherwise. But now he didn't lose all his speed. And as you can see, Nordic is having a little bit of trouble here. Ooh, actually a good decision not to barrel roll there, because you saw Nordic he like slide into the wall basically, but if you barrel roll and hit that wall, you just bam stop entirely. So you really really don't want to do that. So Nordic had a 107, and Ben also gets a 107. So this is the first time he didn't save time on Nordic in Everfrost Peak, and he actually kind of needs it right now. 16 seconds. But yeah, as you've seen, you can lose a lot of time really easily in this game if you aren't careful. But 16 seconds is still quite the margin. Both of them doing the same thing there. When they go in that turn, the Nordic is coming up to here. This turn. It's actually really difficult to get these balloons. It's a lot harder than it looks, because you know, it feels like there are only balloons there, and it's the only thing you can hit. But for some reason, ooh, wow, spike ball. But for some reason, you like tend to miss them very often. I don't know why. But that turn is also difficult because the zipper is really badly located here. Because if you try to let yourself go with all the speed like the zipper can give you, you actually fly straight into the wall. So you actually need to cancel the boost because it's way too strong. Yeah, really rough ending there for Nordic. Bandow should definitely be able to get some gain some time here. Okay, so what was this, 123-ish? Yeah, 123. Yeah, he's saved a bunch of time there. Blue balloon. Okay. This is really risky to use the blue balloon because, like in the slope or like the valley, the snowball valley, because it's really bumpy, and when you use it, you can go really fast. Sometimes it just changes your direction. You fly straight into the wall beside the opening of the igloo. Nordic is getting a 41-ish, 42 maybe. Yeah, it's pretty solid for a race for sure. Bandow is also going to get a similar time to that. He's going to get a 43. Yeah. Ooh, Nordic struggling in the beginning. He's going for a strat that very few people go for. It's more of an IL strat, where you go for the balloon on the first lap and you boost yourself down. But it's really inconsistent because the CPUs are going to be on your way really likely. So he's going for some YOLO stuff, but it cost him a bunch of time here. So he's getting a 29 first lap. That's about 4 seconds slower than average. Oh yeah, he missed. Okay. Bandow missed a couple of stuff there too, so he got a 26. But still a 3-second time gain. So you see, oops. Nordic missing the zipper there. That zipper is actually really difficult to get because I'm not sure if it looks like it, but when you hit the slope inside the forest and you try to bounce on the slope and land before that zipper, like right here, you drift left and you jump up and you try to hit the zipper. The speed is really high, so it's actually very difficult to do. 116. That's rough. Bandow handled it a little better. He's going to get a 113 here. 113, there you go. So he's gained a little bit more time. So you've seen Bandow consistently gaining time. Yeah, you can see the bananas. Yeah. Nordic, but this is a really interesting. This is actually the third race, but they're redoing race 2 because we couldn't tell who won race 2. It was a tie. Like, we couldn't tell who won. So we had to redo the race. Wow, double oil stick there, that was crazy. 25.51 first lap from Bandow. That's very, very good. Yeah, because Bandow's last frame was lagging. It was, yeah, it was clipped. I think someone someone linked it earlier. I don't really have the link up right now. Yeah, it was like a slideshow at the end, so you couldn't really see when but he had audio, and their timers differed by 0.07. So we we couldn't go by 0.07. Look at this Boulder Canyon from Bandow, 112. Wow. Okay. So he's catching up really well right here. 112 Boulder Canyon, that's very, very, very good. I guess you won't see a 112 that often in this tournament, I'll tell you that. So yeah, Bandow has actually caught up really well over the last 5 races or so. And that's what happens. Nordic, he doesn't like grabbing the shield, so he just wants to go for slightly more speed to not grab the shield. You see a Bandow going for the shield, but there's basically always something in that tunnel. So you saw Bandow, he gained time on being safe. Nordic bonking. And you can just see Bandow catching up here. It's getting really, really close. 110. Bandow is getting 109. Yeah, okay. Time for windmill planes. Both of them got the clip in both of their races before, so hopefully they can get it again. So both of them have gotten it. But in the first race, Bandow actually clipped back in bounds. So, okay, Nordic, he clips, but it was... Okay, nice clip from Bandow. It's a little better. But if he wanted to barrel roll at the beginning there, but if he would have clipped back in bounds, so it was good that he kept his composure. So Nordic falling pretty far down, he wants to go up a little bit. Yeah, it should be good. Barreling upwards is good. Because I said last race, if you barrel roll too far down, you will actually void, and you will get relocated to the start of the race. So you lose your entire lap and you get back in bounds. So yeah. So Nordic gets a 106. Bandow, oh my god, okay. Bandow went crazy there. But yeah, now it's really even. Less than a second apart. Let's go. Both of them getting good jumps into the tunnel. Can anyone get the last zipper there? Bandow does, and now they're basically exactly tied. But Nordic gets a better jump, so he gains some time there. Getting the last zipper as well, nice, good lap. Bandow had more of a struggle with that lap, but they were basically tied there on lap 2. But Nordic is pulling ahead again, thanks to a better Haunted Woods. Let's see what his final time, 45, very good. Bandow 48, still decent. They're playing on the Japanese version. There's a bunch of, there are basically 2 differences, but for this category there's only one difference between the American version, or the 2 American versions and the Japanese version. And it's the last level they're gonna play, Spaceport Alpha. It has a missing texture, and that so you can get out of bounds there, and that's only possible on the Japanese version. But we've seen in the both other races that Bandow has gained a huge amount of time here in Space Society compared to Nordic. So hopefully Nordic can play a little faster here, so Like I think he lost like 15 seconds on Bandow here last time.
Lap 2.
But yeah, Bandow gained 3 seconds for that first lap. Now actually Bandow is ahead by a small bit. Bandow actually has a really good yeah, it's the last level, Nighlin. The last level. Nordic bonked has... Ooh, and Bandow bonked too. Bandow's bonk was way worse though. And someone stole Nordic's balloon. This race is basically exactly the same like the last one. Like, Bandow having a small lead, getting into Darkmoon Caverns. Wow, okay. So 3 seconds. In before another tie. I mean, the last race that ended up with the tie was basically exactly like this one. Like they were 4 seconds apart entering entering this this level, Darkmoon Caverns.
Lap 2. Power up.
I don't run A Link to the Past, but I know a lot of A Link to the Past players. Well, a bunch of, like, actually a couple of them are running this game. Like Joe D'Amelio and Zelna. Zelna, the best A Link to the Past player. Alright. Bandow is having a very good Darkmoon, and so is Nordic. Ooh, spike balled. So Nordic maybe can catch up a little bit because of that spike ball. Bandow is actually very good in the last world. Bandow is matching he has the 3rd place in this category, but so it's weird to say, but he's matching the 1st and 2nd player in the world in this world. Like small, like this, the like 1st and 2nd place are slightly better, but they're like he's the one that's by far the closest. Okay. So Bandow with a 24 first lap's very good. So he gained a 2nd on Nordic there. Don't blink. Is that a Doctor Who reference? Alright. Nordic missing the balloon there. Ooh, spike ball for Nordic. No, for Bandow, I'm sorry. Whew. So if Bandow bonks or something in the like in the city here, it's gonna be tied again. But Bandow is doing it really well at the end. And finishes up. Okay, so this is basically exactly the same as the last round. So they differ by 4 seconds. So Bandow's going for that out of bounds, and he gets it. So now he basically needs to do a big mistake, like missing a trigger here. That's what he has to do to lose. But yeah, Bandow is not doing any mistakes here.
Finish!
Win for Nordic for Bandow. Oh my god. Well, we can't say that that was a tie, but 246 and 24 to 46 and 24-47. Oh my god. Yeah, but that's a Bandow win. Well, yeah. And yeah, we need to take this to game 4, I guess. Since the last race ended in a tie that we couldn't tell who was winning the race, so we had to redo race 2. So this was technically the third race, but the second race was a tie, so we couldn't tell who won, so we had to redo race 2. And they differ by 1 second. Yeah. So this is technically game 4. Whew. Yeah, this was super close to a tie as well. But interesting though, because Nordic still gained like 3 seconds in spaceport. So Bandow is clearly struggling with spaceport. Probably Darktoon. What's up, Fuzzy? Whew. Yeah, this is some exciting stuff. This is exciting. And the final times here, 24-46 and 24-47. Those are really good times. Those are very competitive times for a tournament win. Yeah, well, the thing with the thing Bandow's lost more time on is that on the there are 3 main triggers, and the one in the top left, top left corner, the first trigger of the lap, he tried to turn around a little too fast, so he lost speed. So he had to hold the A button a little bit to gain more speed and start the barrel rolls. Yeah, just like Patty said in chat. There's so that's where he lost those 3 seconds. So he did one turn that was really slow on lap 3, so that could have cost him the race. That's how close this was. Oh, we have to change channel to Speed Gaming 6 to watch the last one. Okay, so I hope you guys are gonna go over there and check out the deciding match. So yeah, we're gonna go over to Speed Gaming 6. So go over there and watch the last race.